Exciting stuff. Exciting stuff.
Very, very exciting stuff. God, I feel like I'm on a full-blown production.
Pretty much. That's the goal. We want you to feel that way. Hmm. Alrighty, Seuss.
All right. I think not yet. I'm watching
Oh,
YouTube. Once YouTube give me that we
awesome.
are live. Okay,
Perfect.
we are live now. All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome again to our Neko Morning Show. I'm Sus and my host or co-host Nono. And today we have a very special guest, Jordan. Welcome to our show. We have a lot of good news and topic we will talk with you about, guys. It's very interesting, and one of them is learning crypto in 100 day. I am very excited to talk about this, but I will let Jordan, our guest, introduce herself. So it's great. It's gonna be great show, guys. It's gonna be
Mhm.
really great. Good morning, everyone. Jordan, good morning. Thank you for coming to the show. We really appreciate it. Can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. I always struggle with the introduction part because I just have so much to share about my story and so much zest and passion for this space ever since I began. But I suppose, um, you know, I'm a blockchain educator now, having invested, hundreds, if not thousands of hours into researching the space in the last few years, ever since I did my 100-day crypto challenge. I've really just dedicated a lot of time to understanding, the digital asset and the new technology space. And, I'm really passionate about bringing more diversity to this space as well, because I think we have a huge opportunity to front run this investment space, I suppose. And we can jump more into why I think it is one of the best opportunities for our generation. But yeah, that's what I do. And obviously, in my spare time, I come and join guys like you on shows like this. So thanks for having me.
Of course, of course. Me and Jordan, or I guess Jordan and I, have connected in the past. Just had like cool conversations. Super cool stuff going on with her all the time. Super interesting update stuff like a week ago, a week and a half ago. Very recent, right? Big changes. Yeah, she's been a friend for a while. She is an educator. She is um, a founder. She's a crypto blockchain enthusiast. She did a really cool, learn crypto in 100 days with me. I'm learning it, so learn it with me on TikTok. She's one of the like crypto OGs from 2021 on TikTok that like was the most consistent with all her stuff. So super excited to have her. We'll talk about her company. We'll talk about her aspirations. We'll ask a lot of questions, which this is like one of the only ones that we haven't written like a lot of them down because we both have a lot of our own questions that we're like super excited to ask. So, yeah, just a reminder to all our listeners: this show is sponsored by the Near Marketing DAO. We are underlings for the Near protocol. We believe in the tech and the seamless user experience there. We super appreciate their support, and it's their funding that gets us these live streams and these cool setups like what Seuss has. So let's get right to the action. Get right into it. If you're sitting the show and you're one of our usuals, make sure you're sharing it with other friends, more than just the typical Neko community. We love you OG like 10, 15, 20 people, but let's blast it out to a lot of other socials depending on wherever you are. And let's get into it because Jordan's going to drop some knowledge bombs and we'll get to know her a little bit. So
Okay, a quick thing before we start, guys. As always, we do in our show, you will find the QR codes at the top left. I guess the left in the stream is my right here. Okay. Scan the QR code, and that will take you to Jordan social application. Um, we have her Twitter account, we have her TikTok account, and her website, which we will cover later on. So this is the site, and I'm gonna link for you now the QR code for her Twitter as well as her TikTok. You definitely guys wanna follow her on TikTok. She have very interesting short videos you guys wanna watch.
yeah, absolutely. Let's Jordan. What is the name of your company? What purpose does it serve? And what inspired you to start building it way back when?
Good question. So the name of my company is Dear Crypto. My friend actually came up with that name. He's in PR and, he's a marketing genius, and, it's too good not to use that name. But Dear Crypto is, first and foremost, it's a course. And I think, I guess my fear around saying that is, it's another influencer with a course. But I'll start with what Dear Crypto was inspired by, because I think that's probably the most important part, and the thing that people would want to know the most about. So I'll go into a bit of a story, I guess. I was, driving on my way to work one morning to my corporate job. I was listening to a Tim Ferriss podcast. And I remember at the time, the crypto markets were really starting to take a turn. There was a lot of buzz, as there is every, so often few years when we see a big run up in the market. And I just wasn't interested. I could not feel further detached from the world of cryptocurrency. I couldn't relate to it. And because I was unsure and uncertain of it, I just, arbitrarily ruled myself out of ever being a part of it. And then I was on my way to work, listening to this podcast, and it was an interview with Katie Horn. I know you've heard this story before, but essentially Katie Horn, she was a US federal prosecutor. She headed the very first cryptocurrency task force investigating financial and cybercrime. And she, through that experience, became so enamored by blockchain technology that she, especially investigating it from the perspective of like criminal activity, right? She became so enamored by the blockchain that she decided to completely leave her career in the public service as a federal prosecutor and forge a career in the blockchain and Web3 industry. And she was on the podcast talking about cryptocurrency and NFTs in terms that just made sense. It was the first time that I'd heard, first time I probably heard someone I could relate to, another woman, talk about crypto in terms that I could relate to and understand. She explained things so simply. And I think that was a real aha moment for me in going, okay, well, maybe I can learn about this. At the time, I was running the Happy Spender as an investment sort of and financial wellbeing platform, and, just failing at it pretty hard. It was not, it was not going anywhere. In fact, I wouldn't really consider myself the world's greatest content creator by any stretch of the imagination, even now with, many more followers behind me. But I decided, okay, I'm just going to try this thing and see if it works. And even if it doesn't, it's going to be great because I'm going to learn something. And I wanted something beyond my corporate job to be passionate about and be curious about. And so I announced on TikTok that I was going to learn about cryptocurrency in 30 days. I was going to do a 30-day.
Mm-hmm.
It seems you lose Jordan on Restream.
Jordan, your audio is bad in Restream. It'll come right back, I think.
Yeah.
It looks like it's still really good at TikTok, though.
Yeah, it's working TikTok. Probably what happens with me on my PC, right? When sometimes it disconnect from Restream due to different connection from laptop or cell phone as well, right? So, okay, guys, we will get our guest back again. Maybe Jordan, you can leave Restream and join back again, and that should work fine.
Yeah. Sorry for the hassle. Thanks for your flexibility. You rock. Yeah. So, what she's talking about is one of the things, documentation of learning. When you are getting into content creation, it's super, super great to just document your learning. And that's like one of the coolest things that she did. And way back when I started doing it as well, that's how I landed a job with Neko. So it doesn't make sense for y'all not to be making content unless you just, privacy wise, you just don't want people to see you. Like, otherwise in this day and age, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Anytime you're devoting yourself to something in a big way, it's just smart. And so you can really leverage that in the future as well. I'm gonna.
Okay, we will wait for Jordan to get back to restream.
Mhm.
Maybe you can send her another invite link. No.
Yeah, George, I'm gonna give you another invite just in case, like that one's expired or something. I don't know how that works. I had a Zoom nightmare yesterday. I was so frustrated yesterday about something dumb, but um, heck yeah.
Right.
Oh
Hopefully,
yeah.
I go,
It's good. It's good. Yeah, it
guys.
happens sometimes if the laptop have different connection than the phone and stuff like this. But regardless, you can continue. I think from where I forgot actually. No, can't pick it
Unless
up.
the internet holds up. Sorry about that, guys. Don't know what happened there. Right, so
Okay.
straight into it, I jumped into a 30-day journey, 30-day learning journey to learn about crypto, and it gained so much traction that I was like, wow, other people want to learn about this as well. And I think at the time, a lot of the content floating around on social media was very much, I know everything. You should follow me because I'm an expert, and that's great. And I really like that type of content, but I guess it doesn't resonate with a lot of people. People are intimidated by cryptocurrency and blockchain. And I can say that because I was one of those people. It's not an easy topic to learn about. And for me, it was so important to share my experience of learning because it makes cryptocurrency and blockchain feel more accessible to the average person, and it makes it okay to make mistakes and to fumble your way through the information to try and make sense of it. And so that 30-day challenge just gained so much popularity that I decided to go to 100 days. It was a mammoth 100 days, and it wasn't every single day. I think I took some breaks in between there because I was kind of doing my day job, and I was exhausted by the end of the day, and then I had to jump on the internet and do some more brain burning, trying to figure out what to talk about next. And one of the frustrations, I learned a few things throughout that 100-day challenge. One mainly is that cryptocurrency is extremely frustrating and overwhelming and confusing to learn about, but the excitement of the space and the impact of digital assets on not just financial history, but technology history, the history of money, everything. It was so interesting to me, and that was enough to keep me going all the way to the end of those 100 days. And I was really lucky to that 100 days really changed the course of like my life and my career. I decided to quit my corporate job and just take a step back from, the corporate life for a while. I hadn't taken a break. I'd just gone straight from school to uni to, university to, to a job. And I was just a bit tired, and I was like, far out, like I'm going to be doing this for the rest of my life. Like, now's probably at the age of, I think I was 26 at the time. Now's a great time to take a step back and just take a break and see what I can, see where I can take things. And I've gone back to work since then part-time so I can keep doing stuff like this. But in that time that I had off, I decided, after fumbling around extraordinarily, trying and failing at so many different things, I came back to video content and I decided to create Dear Crypto. And again, by that point, some months had lapsed since that 100 days. I was able to spend like pretty much all of my time doing research. And, Dear Crypto is an amalgamation of all of that research. And it's inspired by those, 100 days. And the whole purpose of Dear Crypto is to outlay the space chronologically, right? Because when you're learning about crypto, it's kind of like you take a really piecemeal approach. You like learn something over here and then something over here and then something over here, and you just try and connect the dots. And it's not an easy way to learn. People don't have time to learn like that. And so what Dear Crypto does is it starts from the very beginning. It explores topics like the history of money. It gives us a macroeconomic sort of outlook on, why we've arrived where we have today and the significance of that. And, with the way that the world is going, we need to be embracing this new technology. And that's why I believe it's one of the best investment opportunities of our generation, for a whole myriad of factors. And, I think Dear Crypto for me is not just like, oh, like if you're curious about cryptocurrency, here's where to learn. Actually, it's, hey, you need to understand what this space is about, and you need to do it before you take these enormous risks, before you dump your money into the crypto market without any understanding of crypto. You need to understand what you're getting yourself into, and you need to be empowered to make your own decision. If by the end of Dear Crypto you're like, no, you're not convinced, fine, I've still done my job. Because in my eyes, it's not about telling people what to do, telling people what coins to buy, telling people what's going to pump. It's about empowering them with the right information. So that's really what Dear Crypto is. So to me, it's, at least much more than a course.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's awesome. Suze, can we pull up her website? Is that cool?
Yeah, we can do that.
So
we have a bit of lag, guys, about the title. We did change the title, but it seems that it did not pick it up. So we can maybe turn off and on some of the stream, like on off, not going fully off on it, or you can just off it and on it again real quick. If you guys want us to update the title, no. What do you think?
With title going across the screen, title at the top, which one?
In the Twitter.
Oh yeah. Does it have like parentheses?
It have actually the old title, the old guest.
Jana. Yeah. Guys, this is not Jana. Jana's awesome. This is Jordan. This is. I would say we just run it and we just.
Yes.
Okay, guys, that's a bug actually from the platform. Well, sometimes we notice it really early and we do fix it straight away. But I did fix the YouTube one. For Twitter, I can't, but we will pin it there. Okay, so we're gonna pull the website of Dear Crypto, right? So I have the screen share ready here. Okay, so this is the website, right? And if you go here, you can like view everything, and that's courses. So what does that website offer for people in the crypto space or Web3 space? Is it for experienced people? Is it for people who have been in the space for long, or is it purely focused for beginner people? What audience you target in the website?
Yeah, sure. So I guess we wanted to keep the branding somewhat neutral. Like, I will say that I think a lot of, branding in the crypto space is like this very dark, intense, vibe. And I wanted to lighten it up a little bit because I just wanted to make Dear Crypto feel a little bit less scary, I suppose. So on the website, people have access to a completely free workbook that they can download.
That's cool.
They've also got access to sign up to our newsletter, which I drop every week, where I cover the drama, the excitement, and a curveball from the crypto news cycle. It's quite fun to write, actually. And then, of course, the Dear Crypto course, which is 30 lessons, plus you get access to a private Discord and community of learners. I think who this is targeted towards is not just beginners. Something that really shocked me when I was doing my 100 days of crypto was how many people had been invested in crypto for so long, but they were still learning along with me, right? Like they were still going, oh, I never realized that, or I never realized this, And so I wouldn't say that Dear Crypto is just for beginners. It is for people who are invested in the space, but they're kind of like, I'm not really too sure why Bitcoin does what it does. I'm not too sure why people are so enamored by it, So I would say it's for anyone that's curious, just to really ground their understanding of cryptocurrency. And we do focus on Bitcoin and a little bit on Ethereum, mainly in Dear Crypto. That's where we really anchor our focus of education. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, so the workbook, which is the free course that people can access, which is I'm looking at right now in the website, right? So you access this, guys, by going to the store, and then you can see the workbook here, and it's a free. You don't need to pay for it, you just need to sign up to the website, I think. How many lesson is the free workbook?
30
100.
lessons. I reckon it's about 30 pages of content right there. Yeah, 30
Okay.
lessons.
Okay,
It's about
so that
of content.
yeah, okay, so that's completely free, guys. You learn for completely free, okay? And then if you want to go, a bit deeper, I guess, or deep dive more, you can get the paid one. But the you should be able to see the Dear crypto website in the top left, the QR code. I will put you the link right down here, as well as the top here. You can follow them on Twitter, Instagram, and all their social media. You can register for a newsletter where you receive a new update as well. So it's basically all the things you need basically right here. I really like the design, Jordan. I got to say the color choice, looks good, and it's
Yeah.
very simple. It's very easy to understand, especially for new users. You most of the time when you enter some of crypto sites, you find overwhelming of information and things popping right and left, and you were like, oh god, what's happening? And when you scroll down, things will start going, it's very confusing even for me, who I've been in crypto space for years now. Some of the website, I was like, oh god, why is that complicated? So this is really, I really really like the design here. So everything you guys need, you can see it right there. It's even here the course structure, and you have the explanation and everything, and it's amazing, actually. Great work there.
Thank you. Yeah, it's we wanted to make sure that the website gave enough information away about the course that people would want to jump in. I don't think that right now, or at least that I've ever seen cryptocurrency and blockchain tech covered so comprehensively from fundamentals perspective, and in an order that's actually going to make sense to people. And it's $99 Australian dollars, which is like even less, in the US. So we're really chuffed with the website. It probably took us about 9 months end to end to develop everything. And the videos are beautiful. They were actually edited by a team that currently supports an Australian YouTuber who has over 1 million followers. So we're very, very lucky to work with them. It's the best in class type of educational content out there.
Well,
I love it, actually. Sorry, no. You go ahead, no.
oh yeah, no, I was gonna say we didn't really give you a whole lot of briefing before you came on, but that's cool because we're also a crypto educational company, and so like this whole Neko thing, this Neko token is it's like a participation token for participating in our videos, participating in our educating about crypto, yada yada. Yes, we're near specific, but we try to give like general Web3 stuff as well. So I was like, if we're doing the Web3 education stuff, I know exactly who to have on. I was gonna ask, hey, somebody scan the code. Y'all keep scanning the code. Go follow her stuff. Go look
scan
at
the
site.
codes, guys. Check the site, and there is a free course there for you, so you don't have to pay to learn. If you don't want to, you can always use the free course. But back to the topic that I am really excited to talk with you about, actually, and I've been telling no, I have a lot of questions, which is the 100-day learning crypto, right? What do you think was the most struggle thing to learn in Web3 or crypto for someone who's just starting their journey in crypto? From my experience, when I started learning crypto, I had no idea to it. And I did share before, I started even in Axie Infinity. I wanted to bridge my tokens there, and I did not know how to use the DeFi at all. So I ended up going to someone's house in the Philippines here and pay him money to send me wallet to Ron wallet, I think they name it now, and to get my Ethereum, because when I tried to buy from my bank account, my bank account rejected the payment because they thought it's a scam. So for protection, I ended up locking my bank account for 1 week. Literally cannot use it at all because it got auto locked, and I did not know how to use the DeFi properly. So of course I got well, I have been fortunate enough that I have not got scammed from someone like directly. I did get drugged a lot, and that's things for people who's early in the crypto space do tend to fall for, because they don't know what to look at in certain project, especially a new launch project, right? I did also FOMO. I did hold and get greedy, so my portfolio token going all the way to 3,800 and boom, crashed to 500, literally in like 30 seconds. So there is definitely a lot of things you do wrong in crypto when you are starting. Even the experienced people until now fall into a lot of mistakes they do usually, and they get I know someone who was in crypto for like 5 years and someone scammed him, literally, like person to person. So it doesn't mean that you guys, if you make a mistake, it's on you. It doesn't mean that you don't understand what you are doing. Sometimes, I mean, scammers are really smart as well. Let's talk about that, right? So it's normal, as you said a while ago, to make mistake. Even the most experienced people make mistakes. So I think I went long, and I'm talking for so long, but I just want to know, what do you think was the most struggle thing for like a new beginner or someone who's just starting their journey in crypto?
Yeah, I think, your journey, Neko, and many others, it's so relatable. And, we've spoken about this before, and also I'm going to answer that question, about crypto adoption in Australia after I answer this. But the thing that I found, the easy part, right, was learning about the context, like, for me, I wanted to first understand, like, why, like, where did this actually come from? Because I think if you don't understand why it's here, then that's the only thing that you can really rely on to ground you when everything starts to feel really overwhelming and confusing. You always go back to, like, why is it here? Why is it important to learn about? So that was the first thing that I did. I think the thing that I found the most confusing was how to use DeFi, how to use cryptocurrency. I wouldn't say that the interface is super friendly by any stretch of the imagination, but it's not as horrendous as I think people but it's not as horrendous as I think people say it is. I think it's far better than now that I'm in the space, I think it's actually far better than we give the space credit for. But certainly, using hot wallets and transacting in the world of decentralized finance, I think one of the most frustrating videos I made was when I was trying to stake Cake on PancakeSwap. Did anyone else try and do that? Like, I feel like when Cake was doing 300%, like, or something ridiculous, for it to be true, it probably is there. And I still make Cake, so I'm glad you brought that up, Neko. It's and I have almost been scammed as well. Very, very, very close to being scammed. I have also, my MetaMask has also failed me. My MetaMask wallet has also failed me. At one point when MetaMask, my private seed phrase properly, and I actually had a software developer work that out for me, and he was able to create a phenomenal algorithm, and by sheer brute force broke into my wallet and was able to retrieve the funds for me and return them, which is just just amazing. He's one of the most incredible developers, and only 18 or 9 years old. But yeah, I think it's just getting your bearings and how to use all of this sort of this new software, especially as someone who I don't come from a finance background. I had to take it more slowly perhaps than someone would have with that, background in say finance. But again, even if you don't have that finance degree, if you're not a computer engineer, a software engineer, or a developer, you don't need that. It just takes a bit of time and patience to wrap your head around everything. And yeah, I almost threw my phone at the wall several times. But, are you really in crypto if you're not getting frustrated and, occasionally a little bit disheartened by the experience?
Yeah.
But I think above all, that's what makes it worth it. It's worth it at the end of the day to learn about it. So we've made it really easy in Dear Crypto to, get yourself across those tools, at least at a very fundamental level, and then you can go for gold and or go for Bitcoin. So to speak, and you can figure out the rest with our support. It's tough, and I want to acknowledge that it's not easy, which again is why I made Dear Crypto. I just wanted to make it a little bit easier for people. How many people use crypto in Australia? I think we have a population of 21 million, and about 1.5 million maybe own crypto. I haven't seen.
Which is a
2.5 million people
country,
own.
Right?
Yeah, but adoption here is nothing. Yeah, adoption in Australia is pretty weak. It's not good enough. It's really behind. Australia, what Australia is bad for, and this is, I interviewed someone recently over on my YouTube channel about this. He said that Australia does our banking industry does one small tiny little thing and gives themselves the best big pat.
Oh no. Jordan, your audio slowed down to a halt there. Right as you're about to drop a dime, an absolute dime.
Yeah.
So so Jordan on TikTok, you said your banking industry did one small thing, and then we couldn't hear what you're saying. So it's I'm sure it was a really one. Let me turn you up on here for a second. I'll just translate. All right, fire again, Jordan. What's up? Yeah, you got it.
You keep talking.
Okay, sounds good. I'll keep talking. Yeah.
Can you guys hear me over here?
Yeah, on TikTok we can hear you just fine. Yeah, it just doesn't go to the rest of the stuff very well. So.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, cool. All right. Well, I guess I can just talk over here, and I'm gonna try and connect back in.
yeah.
So for everyone on TikTok, hey, hopefully this works for us soon. But yeah, in talking about, we had a question on the live about crypto adoption in Australia, and like I said, it's not fast enough. I think people don't value cryptocurrency here like they do. I'm just trying to reconnect now. Like they do, in other countries around the world where, governments are perhaps a little bit more inept than our government, even though, you could argue that every government is inept. And they've put us in this position that we find ourselves in. And so, we're very lucky in Australia. We have a very, phenomenal standard of living here. People are very well supported by the government. And so this need for cryptocurrency that is realised in other countries is not the same,
right.
as what it is here in Australia. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to get back in.
That's okay.
But I hope that answers that question from the chat.
Yeah, like you're talking about the whole standard of living thing. It's very, very different in a third world country, right? Where in Venezuela, when the inflation.
No, I think you are muted in TikTok. They're saying. You good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I had some echo there. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, third world countries, there's a big different amount in the need, and so I know Jordan that you listen to Bankless, but do you ever seek out Anthony Cesano on his own, or no?
I don't seek him out on web, so it'll back up quickly. I don't seek him out on his own, but I'm a very big Bankless fan, and I don't know if you guys listened to that podcast recording with Raoul Pal recently, but that was phenomenal, and I took so many notes. And Raoul Pal is one of those people who is unrivaled in his explanations of how the world works and what the current, I guess, investment and monetary and fiscal landscape is. And he's just released this culmination of 20 years of work called the Everything Code, where he talks about a hypothesis about where we're at and where we're heading, and it's very, very interesting. He basically argues that GDP and is stagnant, and productivity is stagnant. The population is in decline, and debt is growing. And governments have been kicking the can for too long. Kicking the can, just kind of we had this big opportunity to reset in 2008 with the global financial crisis, and I don't think, have taken that opportunity seriously enough, in that governments just keep servicing debt. It's like, even in the US, it's so bad. Keep raising the debt ceiling, and just piling debt to the point where GDP is only being used to pay off interest. Not even the actual meat of the trillions and trillions of dollar debt that the US is in. So it's just absolutely, it's mind-blowing. And he says that the S&P, he says property and gold have been completely stagnant assets in recent history, and that technology and digital assets are the two assets that really have been growing, and that they'll continue to grow with growing adoption. So that's, for me, that's the side of history I want to be on. I want to be in the technology space. I want to be in the digital asset space, because what worked 20 years ago doesn't work today, and that's just how it is. We've got to embrace the change, otherwise it's going to embrace us.
That's right. Okay, cool. Did you ever listen to the Raoul Pol, the something, the metaverse is the new, I forget what the title of it was, but it was a big like, I think it was a YouTube video or maybe a long interview, but it was like really iconic. I think it was like same level as this one, but this one hasn't had enough press yet as the other one. The other one was like popular among like every circle, not even just like cryptos and degens and all that stuff. So yeah, he really does drop great insights. But I've only seen the highlights from that's the first time Ryan and David were like in the same room, right? Like with him.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. So no, I need to actually go back and like listen to the whole thing. I've just heard snippets, but
yeah,
definitely will do that.
I just really quickly jump in. Like, I'd love to, obviously, I've been lucky enough to get some time with your audience tonight for me, morning for you guys. But I'm just really keen to know what your audience is interested in at the moment. And, you guys drop it in the comments. Like, what are your worries and concerns and fears? And, what are the things that you're excited about in the digital asset space? I just really love to know, out of curiosity.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, guys, drop in the chat what you're passionate about with crypto, why you're in crypto, why you're in DeFi, why you like learn to earn stuff, and not like shilly answers, but like general answers and actual like maybe even questions for her as well. She does teach people, so that's super cool stuff. While we're waiting for those answers to come in, Jordan, can I ask you a short question? Cool.
Sure.
Okay. If you are building really any company, but specifically a Web3 company, how did you go about seeking out funding? Like, what's your approach? Did you seek advice on, hey, I'm gonna do this or do that, or did you just have somebody who was just naturally interested in it? Can you speak to that?
I can and I can't. So with Dear Crypto, I actually ended up funding it myself. So I absolved or dissolved my share portfolio, and I decided to pay for all the production and editing myself, because that's how much I believe in the product. And I think if you have the money as a founder and you're willing to back yourself with something that you're building and something that you believe in, then money where your mouth is. Obviously, the market doesn't care about your feelings. They don't care about how much money you've put behind this, project of yours. But at the end of the day, we saw Dear Crypto as being important of a product enough that we needed to get it out. I suppose from that point, I was working on an edutech platform that was going to host Dear Crypto, plus, a whole bunch of other course content of other creators. I can share a little bit about that because unfortunately the funding was pulled most recently, which is a bit sad, and we've had to sort of put the brakes on working on that. Essentially, one of my followers reached out to me and said, hey, I am really keen to fund you to do an accelerator program where you can really develop an idea. And he ended up liking the idea so much that he joined me as co-founder. And so we were going to build this platform together, and it was going to be a blockchain-enabled edutech platform that had the same benefits of social media level engagement, like vertical video streaming and community functionality, but that just gave people access to course content on a per lesson basis. So instead of having to pay for an entire course, you could just access what lessons you needed paying with a token on the platform. And we all sounds very sexy and great in theory. And I suppose that's the exciting part about being a founder is, you're so motivated by the idea, and then you realize the absolutely enormous hill that you have to climb to get something like that out to market. And I think for us, that's really where the funding was pulled. But I would say that, if you're thinking of building something, start a social media channel and share your experience, share all the bad bits, the good bits, just share everything, because that attracts an audience in, and you never know what types of people that you might come across, or that might come across you and take an interest in your idea and what you're building. That's the way that I found investment. I didn't go and pitch to a VC fund. I didn't do any of that. I was just found by someone who was aware of me on social media. But I suppose, if you're not in that position, okay, there are a lot of venture capital funds that actually run free accelerator programs. At least there are here in Australia. And I think that you can join those international, even if you are international. So, for example, I did the Giants program. I actually did that for the crypto. And it was a 10-week program to just really take your idea and turn it into something. It teaches you about things like, because we don't learn business in school, right? We haven't the faintest idea, at least I didn't, of how business works, how to make money, how to market something, how to price a product, how to do any of that, So that accelerator was really valuable. And I think that you'll find that venture capital funds, again, at least like they are here in Australia, are really generous with giving that information away for free, because if they attract a community of founders and they spot one phenomenal idea in there, then that's their opportunity to invest. So it's in their best interest to provide that those programs and communities for you, as much as it is in your interest to learn and to really take that next step to start building.
Yeah, absolutely. That's thanks for letting us know. That's super cool. I had
we
a
have
total
a question.
mind blank. Go ahead.
We have a question from Clockwork, which says, what was it? Okay, what is your favorite crypto and Web3 project, including Neko? Okay.
Nice. You've got some very loyal supporters, obviously.
We do.
Yeah, so my favorite crypto projects at the moment, I don't think are anything groundbreaking. Ethereum is one that I still think the price is low enough that it's easier, in terms of point of entry. And I also inherently and fundamentally believe in cryptocurrency. I think the Ethereum Foundation, people who work inside Ethereum, are nothing short of brilliant and amazing. And so, and I use Ethereum as well. I spend probably more Ethereum than I, care to admit. So I use Ethereum and I'm an active. I also think as well, I'm very keen on layer 2s like Arbitrum and Optimism as well. I'm keen to look more into those projects and possibly invest there.
Yeah.
Bitcoin is obviously, I'm trying to convince the people in my life who do have money to buy Bitcoin, mainly my dad. Yeah.
High five. Sweet.
A lot of convincing, by the way. It's taken so much convincing to bring him around to the idea, because that generation is so property, like buy property, and I'm like, no, it's just, it doesn't interest me right now. But this is because I understand Bitcoin so well, I can explain it to him in a way that is going to make sense. And, I think if you've got a good chunk of money, for me, at least, if I had a decent chunk of money, I would really be seriously considering Bitcoin. But Ethereum, Arbitrum Optimism, I've always been a big Matic Polygon fan, and I'm also looking into decentralized storage as well. I really like Filecoin, IPFS, those sorts of projects. So it's probably where I'm focusing most right now.
So you are accumulating a BTC and ETH most of your portfolio, right?
That's right.
What about altcoin? What do you think other than ETH? What do you think other altcoin worth looking into, or other blockchain?
And do you care about anything? You said Filecoin. Do you care about anything that's not ETH related? So all all the layer twos, Arbitrum, Polygon, Optimism, Mantle. Those are all super interesting ones. But anything else that's not like Avalanche? Nice. Very cool.
Avalanche is very fast, actually. I love Avalanche.
Yeah.
And they have great
really
project building on Avalanche. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and I think the founder team is pretty awesome. So this is another ERC, another Ethereum coin, but I want to mention it because I'm interested in it from afar, and that is Beta Carbon. They provide a marketplace for Australian carbon credits, and Australian carbon credits are some of the highest quality carbon credits that you can get in the world. Previously in Australia, to get access to the carbon credit market, you would have had to jump through a whole bunch of hoops, lay down a whole lot of money just to get a foot in the door. An asset like carbon credits and putting it on the blockchain means that you can buy $1 worth of carbon credits. And in Australia right now, there's this huge pressure. We have these Herculean goals to meet in terms of climate and sustainability, and yet we don't. The supply of carbon credits is far less than the demand that those projects are going to generate. So, there's 250 companies in Australia that have to start reducing their emissions by 5% year on year. And to do that, carbon credits are the most efficient and effective way, whether or not what you think about them, sort of irrelevant in the context of just talking about the economics of the token. But carbon credits are one of the most effective and efficient ways for businesses to reduce carbon. And it'll be interesting to see, once those rules and regulations come in for those businesses, they're going to need to buy carbon somewhere. So I am looking closely at Beta Carbon. I am invested a little bit in Beta Carbon, but Australian carbon credits is something that's definitely getting my attention at the moment, albeit they are, an Ethereum token. So on new blockchain or anything.
Yeah. Huh. They'll definitely look into it. That sounds really interesting. As far as reducing footprint, what do you think about Bitcoin, or what do you think about Ethereum moving over to proof of stake? Because I haven't talked to you since then, since the merge, and I know that's one of the big things for Bitcoin. One of the big things going for it. What do you think about ETH only coming from people? Or I'm pretty sure basically all of ETH now comes from people that already own ETH from staking, right? That's how most of it's generated. There's still some that's disseminated, but that's do you have any hot takes on that?
I think ultimately Ethereum moving to proof of stake is a good thing. Good thing for the environment. It's a good thing for efficiency. It's a good thing for, security, whatever. I've learned that in blockchain and in crypto, and I think in life in general, you can have anything, but you can't have everything. And that's why the blockchain trilemma exists, especially early on while we're still contending with new technology. Obviously staking brings with it issues of, well, what if there's one entity that owns, too many of those staking nodes, right? That's an issue, and the entry point to staking, to being a primary validator is very, very high. But I think if we're looking at the principles of what the blockchain should be, in that it should be cheap, easy, fast, secure to use, then proof of stake is a good move. And and it's good because it is ultimately less of a burden on the environment. So I think, like with anything, it's a double-edged sword, but I think it's overwhelmingly positive.
Yeah.
We have a great question as well from Fimi. He said that it seems Ethereum isn't perfect because we need a series of scaling solutions. Do you think we can have a perfect blockchain with security, scaling, and decentralized?
That is a phenomenal and big question. The one thing that has been on my mind lately is that, obviously institutional funds are now seeing the opportunities in the cryptocurrency space. And, BlackRock obviously filed for a spot Bitcoin ETF, and there's every chance that it could be approved, and that's going to bring a lot of money to the cryptocurrency market. But I think that will we end up with this same situation where institutional investors are just going to completely dominate yet another market and another financial frontier? And so to be truly decentralized, I don't know if you can achieve that when you've got mass institutional involvement, because where there's money to be made, there's going to be big players that will want to be part of the space. And, I think Bitcoin is probably the most truly decentralized blockchain that we have right now. I wouldn't rule out the possibility of a blockchain that does ace all three features of security, scalability, and decentralization, because again, we still are at the very early stages of the technology, and it's rapidly developing, but we're still in a period of intense growth. So I think it's a wait and see what happens, but I think that there are plenty of some forces that could the possibility of achieving that a little bit difficult and tricky. So my hope is that we will be able to do that. And by we, I mean all of the really smart, software devs in the space, not me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say blockchain that solves the trilemma would be so cool. That'd be so cool. I'm not against it either. It'd be cool if it happens. It'd be cool if it happens if it's done perfectly. But yeah, that's a good question, Seuss. Seuss, you take it away again.
Yeah. So one more question from Spirit. Okay, it's okay. We will ask the question. Jordan, are you in for the tech or for the money? I guess for profit or terms of investment only.
And for the what or the money? What was it?
The tech.
The tech, the technology, or the investment part.
I
mean, we all like to have some money in crypto. I mean, sorry to cut you off, but we all like to have. I mean, come on, guys. If we don't make money in crypto, like everyone needs to make some money at the same time. But yeah, go ahead, Jordan.
It's okay to be in crypto just for the money. I think that it harks back to like what's the reason you want to be involved in the space. Some people want to be involved purely from a tech perspective. Some people want to be involved just to make money, and some people like both. I would probably put myself in the middle. I like both. Let's not beat around the bush. People want to make money. I'm in crypto for the possibility, and the money is a positive byproduct of that, of the output and the amazing things that are created in the space. For me, I think if you are on board with the technology first and foremost, then the money looks more like a benefit, like a benefit of that. When the internet came about, or other previous amazing innovations in history, we've never been able to access investment opportunities into those spaces as easily as we are with digital assets. So I think that the technology affords us the ability to make money. And so I think they go hand in hand. It's a good question.
They do. It is. But Yeah, I agree actually. I joined crypto first as investment, then I stayed later on because I liked Web3. I mean, I find opportunities. So, purely my intention in crypto was okay, I want to make money, you know. So, I think that's what most of the people want to enter crypto for, right? So, then you can find yourself another possibility, you know, you can find job and Web3, and you can fall in love with the technology like me, and I think everyone in near protocol, that we actually stay in near because we love the tech. But it's a good question. I think lol aside, okay, you love crypto, blockchain, and need a lot of money from family to initiate, okay, crypto. But I remember back then, if you know, I think that was 3 years ago or 2 years ago, I used to pay around $80 as gas fee, or $60 in Ethereum back then. I didn't, but back then it was really, really high. You know, I know that you like, as you said, that you like Ethereum that much, but I'm more into, like, I love Ethereum, you know, but I am more into layer twos. You know, I love Arbitrum, and
Mhm.
Arbitrum give me a very, very nice airdrop. Thank you. But yeah, I love Arbitrum actually, and I was one of the early users in Polygon as well. I do actually love Polygon. I think they have a great partnership as a blockchain. You know, um, do you think L2 or layer twos are gonna be, you know, the new Ethereum? Like, is gonna take over Ethereum, like in a way that, you know, everyone will shift to layer two than Ethereum, because we know the biggest thing in Ethereum right now is paying for gas fee, and that's what all people complaining about. Just too
I don't.
much.
I don't think so.
I, you know, I keep telling them, you guys don't know how expensive was Ethereum back then. If you think this is a high gas fee, you don't know what was it like 2 to 3 years ago. But again, Ethereum have a really good security. Like, you feel a sense of secure when you're using it, right? Other than different other blockchain.
After Jordan answers this question, could I jump on this one as well?
Yeah.
Sweet.
So I think right now it's very easy to be like, oh, you know, for anyone on the outside to say crypto's not growing, you know, blah blah. But if you look at the number of wallet addresses that are being created each day, most of those wallet addresses are being created on Ethereum. So I think in terms of the growth of Ethereum, it hasn't stagnated. It is the cryptocurrency and blockchain is growing despite what the market reflects. And so I like Ethereum. I like Ethereum because it is because it feels safe, but also, you know, because it's going to attract again all of these people. Like, don't forget, we're the first ones here in this space. Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
still so early. I know people say that and they say it over and over again, but it's still so early. And when that next wave of beginners come to the crypto space, they're going to be looking for what's safe and secure and what feels familiar and what's well known and reputable, and that is Ethereum. Then once they perhaps get their minds wrapped around Ethereum, if they haven't thrown their wall and, you know, thrown the phone at the wall and broken it and smashed it, and they can keep using it, all the frustration of you know, trying to transact on Ethereum, then maybe they might try and wrap their head around what layer two solutions do. But I think that there's a longer road ahead for layer twos in terms of that, like, wider and mass adoption.
Yeah.
But I think layer twos, you know, we don't know what could happen. Layer twos could end up, you know, smashing it out of the park. We just don't know. But
Yeah.
you know, I'm still fundamentally still a backer of ETH for sure.
Yeah, I think any layer twos added to ETH, and I mean, I'm only going to be talking about ETH layer twos. I think they're just all the more reason to be bullish on like Ethereum itself. I mean, because with it literally has like superior tokenomics to Bitcoin now. Yes, if you want to be more of a decentralization, I'm not gonna say maxi because that sounds negative. Like, yeah, Bitcoin has better true decentralization, but Ethereum's cleaner, and now that it has better tokenomics with its deflationary component, it just makes sense to have Ethereum. And as each new different L2 comes on, specifically I'll speak to Mantle because I've been doing a lot of research on Mantle because one of our other companies is partnering with Mantle. whether they're using, eigenlayer for data availability, whatever it is, each one's solving a specific problem that Ethereum itself has. So there can't be any true like ETH narrative or ETH killer narrative anymore. Like it was kind of a joke when it like first came out. It just caused a Solana pump, but now I don't see that like ever happening. And this show is sponsored by Near Protocol, not Ethereum, but I don't see that ever happening. I think each layer 2 will just solve a different problem, and then ETH holders can still hold ETH, and they can easily bridge onto those L2s and then come back as they want to, and they don't have to learn a whole new ecosystem. And I feel like above all others, Ethereum has honestly had a pretty easy user experience. And once you're already in the Ethereum ecosystem, you don't have to learn stuff again. Like all the wallets will be either compatible or just translate easily instead of having to learn Solana or having to do this, having to do that. So I think all layer 2s are just like a more bullish moment for ETH. I don't know how layer 2s will compete against each other. I think a lot of that's going to be what problems arise and which ones solve those problems the best. But I also don't want to get married to any one specific layer 2. I think that being able to jump ship on those back and forth as it makes sense for you and how you want to steward your holdings makes sense. But I think there's been so many ways that like we've been incentivized just to hold ETH more, like just hold it and be like more tight-fisted with it, because everything that like rolls out has just been just good signals for it. And like you said, like I still think it's a good time to buy. Like I feel like it's still super duper undervalued, and as we have cyclical swings, it'll be crazy what happens next. So and go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say, and anybody that's like, well, I don't want to buy ETH because I want degenerate gains. Well, they're also probably the people that are gonna blow it all on like a Web3 gaming project that could be really, really good, or they could lose it all, aka myself. So Ethereum's just a safe bet. Like it's so hard to not be a fan, I feel like, nowadays.
And we have to remember that to get people to Ethereum is a struggle in and of itself. To get people to that stage where they're actually on Ethereum, learning about Ethereum, that's hard enough. And many people will stop there. Many people won't go and explore other things because it's in the too hard basket at the moment. So well said.
Guys, we have a lot of questions, to be honest. The viewers are very engaged with the topic, So we did pass the 1 hour mark, but I'm going to take the last 2 questions we have in TikTok, for Jordan, since you guys want. And there was a great question as well from another Jordan in TikTok. No, you want to go ahead and ask it?
Is that from Shax or from Jordan?
From Jordan. We have 2. One from Shaka and from Jordan. We'll take the last 2 questions.
He wants to know what the next evolution, or what we think the next evolution of blockchain/crypto will be. There was a really smart guy in the comments earlier that's going to say liquid staking derivatives. That has a good shot. That's like kind of the buzz right now, one of the buzzes. But Jordan, what do you think?
Far out. That's a big question.
It is a very good question, to be honest. I won't be able to actually answer it.
Yeah, sure. Liquid staking derivatives. I know that is a hot topic right now. I do really think, from where I'm sitting, and I'm not going to provide like a super technical take on the evolution of blockchain, but I do think we are about to see traditional finance and blockchain technology and cryptocurrency merge. We're going to see them come together, and I think that is going to take the market in a different direction. I think that the crypto market will decouple from traditional financial markets. That's at least what I'm hoping for. I think it will step out into its own limelight as an asset that can sit independently and is thought of independently of other financial assets floating about. But I do think the next evolution, at least from where I'm sitting, is watching these, the TradFi and blockchain space collide, and what's going to come of that. Because obviously, the more people that you have from the traditional finance world involved in blockchain, that's why you get your liquid staking derivatives. That's where all of that comes from. So what other things is the traditional finance world going to bring to the crypto space? I think that's what's going to really shape the next stage of crypto and blockchain.
Yeah, great answer. Great answer.
Okay.
Thanks.
One last question from Shax. Sorry, guys, we won't be able. We'll say Jordan, the one who asked the question. It is a good answer as well. Okay, one last question, guys. We passed already the 1 hour. We're gonna do the giveaway as well for everyone. But to go, just to make things clear, the giveaway you have to follow Jordan in Twitter. I'm gonna drop it down, and you have to like retweet our podcast in Twitter. Sorry for the title, to be honest, that's on me. But again, you will find the podcast on Twitter, and like, retweet, and follow Jordan in Twitter. And don't forget, guys, to follow Jordan in TikTok. As you can see, she's a very, very, very smart when it's come to cryptocurrencies. So if you want to, get all the information you need, you can follow her as well in TikTok. And don't forget to join the Dear Crypto to get more lessons about cryptocurrencies. Her website as well is education. Okay, last question was how do venture capital, I think. Okay, how do venture get into blockchain technology? I think that's the question, right? Because there is some missing word in it.
Yeah, I think that it's enough to talk about the blockchain until you're blue in the face, but that doesn't always lead to people understanding what it is. I think you need to Google, go onto Etherscan and look at the transactions occurring real live on the blockchain. Open up a website like that, and any word you don't understand, just start researching and go from there. It's a real trial by fire way to learn about the blockchain. But if you wanted a softer landing pad, obviously that's why we created Dear Crypto. It just is that really fundamental and grounding understanding of what the space is all about. And in fact, someone who did the course recently said to me, it's a very calming and it keeps you grounded. Dear Crypto keeps you grounded in a space that feels otherwise extremely overwhelming and sometimes even a little bit like out of hand, So I think start with Dear Crypto. There's also some other phenomenal resources and creators out there. You guys do incredible things, and so it's about finding the people that you resonate with and trust. Like, you might be watching this and think like, oh, I don't really like her vibe, or don't really resonate with what she's saying. That's fine. Go and find someone that you trust. Go and find the people that resonate with you and your why, and learn from them. I think it's all about finding the right people in the space. Also, I know that there's links to Twitter and stuff. I'm really active on Instagram, and I'm becoming more active in Threads as well. So if you go follow at @the_happy spender, that's my sort of personal brand, I suppose. I'm a lot more active on Instagram and now Threads than what I am on Twitter. So I'm like a silent observer on Twitter.
Well, that can be good because then you can only follow like the high value accounts, where it's like Twitter can be a great news source if you just lock in like your 50 or 200 like super important news outlets. Because once you start trying to grow your Twitter, and it's like, then you see a bunch of stuff, you're like, I don't need to see this. Like, this is just influencer stuff. It's not like straight up knowledge or like news. So yeah, that's
okay, guys. I have question asking me where to get the courses and where to join. Okay, guys. People on TikTok won't be able to join. Yeah, you won't be able to see it right now because we are also streaming in different platform, and we share screen there. But if you go to dearcrypto.education, guys, I'm gonna drop the name as well for you now in TikTok, and that's where you can access the website. Yeah, I'm wrapping my thing. Okay, guys, I'm gonna make a QR code for Jordan Instagram. You can scan the QR code to join Jordan Instagram as well, and I'm dropping it in the comment. It's at @the_happy spender. Okay, so make sure to follow Jordan as well on Instagram.
Alrighty. Jordan, you're welcome to stay for the giveaways. You don't have to. The giveaways are gonna be a little bit more boring for you, honestly. You totally can stay for them if you want to.
I'm gonna pull away and grab some dinner because I know that
Yes,
it's morning time for you guys and dinner time for me. But
Yes, ma'am.
I'm so grateful to to have the chance to chat with your audience and keep building and doing what you're doing. And I'm chuffed to be on board. So thanks
Yeah.
so much for having me.
Absolutely.
No
Thank you so
worries.
much for making time to come on.
Yeah,
It's
thank you so
it's
much for coming. I mean, no, you realize like we have so much question for you, Jordan. Like people keep asking question. Everyone want to know your, your idea and insight. But guys, we have been with Jordan for like over the time. I think she's also need to take some rest. Jordan, thank you so much for the time, guys. I'm gonna drop you all the link. Okay, guys, I'm gonna drop you all the links you need if you are in any streaming platform other than TikTok. Okay, and for TikTok, I'm gonna drop you the IDs. So you can the username so you can follow her in Instagram and TikTok. We have a lot of people asking about this.
So make sure y'all go to her socials, ask her those questions there. We don't want to shut y'all off, but we also want to let her go. So go follow her stuff. We'll give you reminders on how to do it. Jordan,
and
thank you
DM
so
me.
much.
Yeah, you're so welcome, and please DM me. I'm pretty responsive on Instagram, especially. I love connecting with new people, and many of my followers have turned into friends. So don't be afraid to reach out. And great to be on here, and I'm sure we'll chat again soon, hopefully.
Yeah. No, I was
Thank
a
you so
follower
much,
that
Jordan.
turned into a friend. Thank you so much, Jordan. Yeah. Have a great dinner. Thanks for being on.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. See you later, guys.
Alrighty. You'll
Thank
see
you, thank you.
Alrighty, so we will run the giveaway now. As we're running the giveaway, we could have a informal conversation. We had honestly, Seuss, I don't mind talking informally with the guy that wants to talk about modular blockchains.
Yeah, well, I wanted to get him in, but at the start, but we have really, I mean, it's crazy. To be honest, I'm very, very proud and very happy as well from our viewers, the terms of education they have and understanding in crypto. There was some really great question, and for people we couldn't attend their question, we are very sorry, but the time is very limited. We are over, like I think we have been streaming for like an hour and 20 minutes, where we're supposed to only stream for 1 hour. So of course we need to give Jordan some time to take rest. I think she came from in real life job or event. I'm not sure. Yeah, so she also need to take her rest. But man, what a great mind and understanding of crypto she have. I mean, it was incredible. Her answers was well in point. It was really good. I really enjoyed that. Speaking of ETH, I know she really love ETH, but I am way more into layer 2 solution. I believe in layer 2s. I like ETH, but layer 2 just as one of our also chatter said that it have the same security because it is built in the top of ETH. So it does, I think, have the same security, but at the lower and the lower gas fees, which is what people concern about. But guys, paying a bit extra of gas fee and securing, good security and being safe is important as well.
And with the security and speed, while if you can start pulling up the giveaway stuff, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
If you just hold ETH, you can make the lateral play to those. Just because an L2 has all these other great features doesn't mean I'm going to put all my investment allocation into the L2. I'll still invest very heavily in ETH, and then I can use that application to not have to leave the Ethereum ecosystem. Like, let's say for some reason I really loved the Cardano ecosystem and I wanted to go to ADA everything. Now, if all my funds are on ETH, I can't do that. I have to sell everything and run over until whatever the CIP comes out and they, can become interoperable. But having those layer 2s on ETH, I'm not going to dump all my stuff in there. I can just use those for different applications, so I don't have to make crazy lateral plays and destroy my position, essentially. So I like layer 2s too, especially for any type of Web3 gaming. You can't use an L1 for any type of gaming with that many small transactions. So she rolled out. She had to roll. People on TikTok asking where she were. We haven't been talking about it. Anyway, good conversation. Good conversation.
Really, it was a really good conversation. Yeah, and man, her input is like really really good, you know. It's very very impressive, to be honest. It's very impressive. So thank you so much, Jordan, if you are still listening. Thank you so much for this very very great podcast with you. We will try to get her again, guys, for another morning show. We can talk deep dive more into it. I think we need part two, because like there was so many questions we could not
Yeah.
get into. Right now, guys, I am pulling all the name that was in the live, and we will do a giveaway. But to enter the giveaway, guys, if you are in TikTok, if you are on YouTube, if you are anywhere, okay, you're watching us from, you have to go to Neko Twitter account. Okay, it's at a Good Fortune NFT. You will find the podcast there. Like, retweet, and make sure to follow Jordan. Maybe you can pin Jordan in the comment, no, in Twitter, I guess, since the title is different.
Yes.
After you follow Jordan, we will do a 300 jump token giveaway on that podcast on Twitter. Okay, there will be 5 winners for it, or 6 winners, so it will be 300, right? Then we will do another giveaway for jump rolls, which is range between 500 to 1500 jump tokens. You definitely want to get these tokens. um I was reading the comment in TikTok. Okay, so that's another giveaway, guys. So if your name is not on the wheel, if you are watching from other platform, please let me know, so I will add your name. Okay. And yeah, you can go ahead, no, until like I finish
Yeah.
doing this. Okay.
Okay. This is for TikTok specifically. It sounds like there's a whole lot of conversations we gotta have off screen. That's awesome. Um. Yeah. It's a tough movie, but yeah, really, I liked your like, hey, what do we do about this stuff? We're gonna have a. Let's see if CS:GO Dev can still come on. We're not gonna have to extend the live stream for him. If he can come on, great, and we'll just 184,000 followers. Wow. And who is this gentleman? Wait till CS:GO Dev. Wait until we shut off the live stream on Restream, because I'm muted here, so it'll just make more sense. But I'll just sit on the live afterwards. Yeah, Kate, I'm super excited to hear. I was saying, super excited to hear like about that, Cade, in person. CS:GO Dev, I'm not gonna have you on just now until we actually end this stream here on Restream, but then we'll talk just on TikTok, and I'm super down. But yeah, I'll be back with you in a little bit.
Yeah, for people on, he's saying you're muted in TikTok. No.
Yeah,
Are you muted in TikTok?
I am now again, but I unmuted myself. So
Okay. So for people in our TikTok, maybe you guys are a bit confused, but we basically stream into every single social media other than TikTok. Okay. The reason why the TikTok is like separated, it's because there is, talking of centralized, they are very centralized, but they are like not allowing us to get a custom URL, so we can plug it to our Restream and just combine it all together. So maybe it's a bit confusing for people in TikTok because they can't see the share screen and all the experience. But if you follow, search for at Neko is near in YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, you will find our podcast there, and any other platform. Stanley, my name is not there. Let me check. Stanley, your name is here, man. But I will put it in full so we can run the giveaway. So yeah, great stuff. Give
really
me 5 minutes. No, a bit. I need to
figure out giveaway stuff. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, today I was like very distracted, because like I've been looking in the phone, reading there. We had a lot of questions, so I had to do this one at the end here. Like, so okay, I think I'm done. I'll just pick.
I'm not stressing about it. I don't mind staying on longer myself. I just wanted to make sure that she got off when she needed to get off. That's the biggest thing. So, yeah. while he is running giveaway stuff. Guys, thank you so much for everybody tuning in. We always appreciate y'all. It's crazy. Officially, we are done with the show. Now we'll have 2-3 more next week, and then we'll probably take a quick break and then re-up and start them back up. But yeah, so we super appreciate all y'all's support as far as like being here and tuning into all this stuff. There's actually a near space going on right now. Interesting. Very interesting. But yeah.
Okay, I'm done. Okay, guys, listen up, guys. We'll make it fast, easy, and simple. Jump DeFi token. If you guys don't know Jump DeFi, because I see a lot of people near here, Jump DeFi is a one-stop decentralized platform built on the Near protocol, and they are expanding to other chain. Right now, they are expanding to the Mantle network, which they're gonna launch, go on mainnet very soon. So the token is not yet listed, but it will be listed very soon. Jump DeFi offers you a staking pool. You can stake your NFT for Jump reward. You can create your own token. You can launch a project in there. Basically, there is a jump pad. There is a lot of things. So we will be happy to have you in Jump DeFi. If you are new here, I plugged every single name that was there. If I missed you, I'm sorry, but I know that I'm certain I did not. Okay. So for the Jump token giveaway, guys, you have to go to Neko at Good Fortune NFT. If you can write at Good Fortune NFT in TikTok, no, it would be very appreciated, because people, there is a lot of new people. You have to like, retweet, guys, and follow Jordan on her Twitter account. Okay, so you have to do that, and we should be running. I will give you 1 minute and we will run the Twitter on Twitter Picker. Do you want to do the Twitter Picker, or you want me to do it? No.
I can do it. Sure. I just need to get all the names. Oh, I don't need the names. I can go to the thing. Guys, go to, like we were just saying, Twitter. We went ahead and pinned up the tweet we want you guys to retweet. That is now our show from this morning. So everybody that goes in there and retweets our pinned tweet from an hour ago is when it was posted. That's the one we're talking about. So go to that one. Make sure you're following Jordan, not Jana. When we run this Twitter picker, I'm gonna say, hey, must follow dearcrypto.edu or whatever her name is on there. If you're not, you cannot win. So that is going to be one of the rules on there. So I'm gonna get this all plugged in.
No need touch grass. No touch grass way too much, actually, guys. He's a very, very healthy Web3 guy. I am very unhealthy Web3, so there's a big difference. But okay, guys, we're gonna run the giveaway. Okay, is the Twitter picker ready? No.
Still pulling up Twitter picker, but I did pull the link and make sure people are following her. Yeah, super quick.
Okay, guys, we give you 1 minute until you do the Twitter thing. Okay, just make sure you done it. You do it, because we're gonna run it very soon. We are running out of time, I think.
Yeah. Sorry, man. I'm flying.
We have men super.
How many winners? 5?
We have 6 winners, 50 Jump token each.
Cool. Must follow. Let me just double check.
Maybe you should pin Jordan Twitter on the comments.
I did.
Yeah. Okay.
Alrighty. Must follow Jordan. Must follow us. Okay. Alrighty. 6 winners. You want me to share a screen?
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and share screen. Are you jamming to this music, or is it just me? No, that's just me. That's fair. Okay, you guys see this?
Now we jam.
Now we jam, that's right. 22 entries. Let's roll. Continue. Begins the draw. Oh gosh. Okay. So let me drop some restrictions because. Here we go. Okay. Load the tweet. Hold up. Okay. Okay.
Please ensure the amount of winners is less than the entries. How much you put winner? It's 6, right?
Yeah.
Is Twitter picker rugging us now?
It does that sometimes. Let me load it one more time. I'm taking the picture off, so they have no requirements now.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what it means? It means nobody's following her. That's what that means. Because if they're not following her, they're getting disqualified. So, alrighty,
there we go. Okay, we have 2 people did not follow, guys.
Okay, yeah, that's what you get. Boom. So with Fimi, well, one, I'm just gonna tweet the winners, guys. These winners win literally every time. They're here every morning. It's no surprise that. Oh shoot! I'm on. Wait, hold up. I'm on there.
We do. Yeah, you need to do one redraw. Yes. Yeah. Who we got?
User's been suspended. So hey, what we'll do? There we go.
There we go. Maria. Okay. Congrats, last winner, Maria. So guys, if anyone win on the Twitter, that means you won 50 jump tokens. Okay. To claim your 50 jump token, please screenshot your Twitter profile, screenshot the winner, open a ticket on Jump DeFi, and you will be sent a 50 jump tokens to your wallet. Okay. That's how you will claim your 50 jump tokens. Now we will run a giveaway for jump rolls. If you have jump rolls full, you will take Neko rolls. If you have a Neko rolls full, we will be sending you Neko tokens. But before we do that, I need to ask Nono, have we done the meme of the week or not yet?
We have not. I honestly haven't seen a bunch of submissions of you.
Okay, guys. Then we will move meme of the week to the next week. It's basically create a meme, and the winner will get 25,000 Neko token. But if the meme was really good, it will be up to 50,000 Neko tokens. Okay, so we will spin the wheel, and we will pick 5 winners from here for jump rolls on the Jump DeFi server. We'll start. We have Kingsley. Okay, Kingsley, I know you have the full jump rolls, but we will hook you up with jump tokens or jump. We will hook you up with Neko tokens or jump tokens. Okay, so Kingsley, congrats, our first winner. We'll remove him now, and we are doing one more. I want to see someone new, man. We always have the same people.
Yeah, straight up.
CSGO Dev, congrats. CSGO Dev is one of the viewer we have on our TikTok. That's a jump roll. If you join the Jump Discord server, or you can search for Jump DeFi on Twitter, we will give you a jump roll that is worth 500 jump token if you did not join the Jump DeFi. Okay, we roll again. We have 3 more winners, guys. Fimi, congrats again. Back-to-back winner. Well deserved, actually. Fimi, great guy, supporting always. And 2 more winners, guys. Oh, wow. Stanley is getting lucky today. Okay. Stanley, congrats for winning. And we have one last winner. That will go for Min Super. Congrats, guys. I will contact you regarding your roles. If you are one of the winners, please add me on the Jump DeFi. It's literally Soos. And I will get your roles ready and up. Okay, guys, we have been streaming for literally 1 hour and a half, even more. Today was a long stream. I hope you guys like our podcast today, which is really, really great. Shout out to Jordan with such great answers as well. Thank you everyone for your support. We really appreciate it. Next week will be our last 3 morning show, and one of them is gonna be with Jump DeFi. We're gonna walk you through the whole thing, guys. There is some alpha drops, news, like you don't want to miss that. So we have one with Jump DeFi, and we have 2 more guests, I believe. We have to confirm with them first, but next week will be our last 3 live before we take a little bit of a short break, and we'll come back with the Neko Morning Show. We're always there, but you know, we need to process things, record everything, pull up some data and stuff like this, and do our reports for the Near Marketing DAO, since they are the one who funded the amazing studio you see behind me. That was literally from Near, so thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. I'm talking a lot. My throat is dry, Ibn.
Yeah.
We really appreciate the support. We really appreciate the help. No, go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you all for tuning in. Thanks for listening to Jordan and us talk. Jordan's super smart. Go give her a follow. Go follow all our stuff. We appreciate you giving us your morning or your evening. We will be back next week. And then, make some noise for us on Twitter. We'd love that. And, cheerio. Thanks for being here.